It's so much more than that. A coach, yes, teaches us how to win, but most importantly, a coach teaches us how to lose. It's how to deal with setbacks and adversity and come out stronger, as we know. And for 49ers safety Logan Ryan, that instruction started on the youth football fields in New Jersey when he met a coach named Mike McGow.
I first met Coach Mike at, I believe, 10 or 11 years old. I was joining a football team called the Jersey Pine Wildcats, and he was the coach. And man, I'm so happy I met him. I don't think my career would go on the same without having a great, positive coach, you know, at that important age.
I started coaching when I was 20 years old, and personally, I believe you're born to be a coach. I don't mean that. My whole family coaches and teaches.
Mike has a ton of strengths. First and foremost, he's positive. I think he's been coaching for going on 37 years now. I think his whole adult life he's a coach. And he's a believer, man. He believed in me. He put the ball in my hands as a kid. My dad was somebody who had me switching positions every year. My dad was a coach as well, but my dad always was like, well, you're going to switch positions, you're going to learn the game. And Mike was like, no, this kid's a quarterback. I want to put the ball in your son's hands and let him be a leader. And I believe that, you know, Mike's the reason why some of my leadership qualities in the NFL are what they are, because he believed in me at that young age to be one.
With quarterbacks, I look for tough, clutch, smart, dedicated. Nothing about the ball or the athleticism. And he had all those skills right away. I mean, he was tough, he was clutch, he was smart. Tell him something once, he knew how to do it.
I was a kid drawing up plays in my off time, and I ripped up a play and I gave it to Coach Mike, and he ran that play in the game. It was a back-to-back, a double reverse.
Yeah, so Logan shows up one night, and he's got a couple plays, and there was two things that were unique about him. One, they weren't about him. So, which was kind of cool, because most kids, if they're a quarterback, it's going to be a passing play. It wasn't. It was a reverse, double reverse, something like that. But also, it played in our offense.
And I remember like it was yesterday. He was like, Logan, this is a great play. We're going to run it. I'm like, really? And we ran that play, and it went for a touchdown. And to have your coach not only believe in you and give you the ball and put it in your hands, but also believe in your plays, and to put that in the game and it worked, I think that took my football mind to a different level.
It was unreal watching him be successful and win a Super Bowl and just get drafted, and it was just an unbelievably cool experience. But watching him on the field play the game the right way was the things you can just pick out. His father picks out, and guys, he tackles. He does all the little things. He works with the other guys. You can see him moving players on the field. That's what I was truly most proud of.
What made Coach Mike so special is that he is born to do it. He knows his passion, and his passion is coaching. He's been coached for 37 years. He coaches around the clock, 12 months a year. He works with kids with troubled backgrounds and having tough times, and he makes every kid feel important. And whatever Mike's profession may have been outside of that, he truly is a coach to me, and he's coached so many hundreds, if not thousands, of kids from my area to go on to have better lives. And that's what he was born to do, and I'm so happy, I got to be a part of that. I give him all the credit.
Please welcome from the NFC champions, San Francisco 49ers, two-time Super Bowl champion, Logan Ryan.
Take my time up those stairs for sure. Man, I'm definitely honored to be up here, and I honestly am the least tenured Bay Area athlete up here today. I don't have any plaques in the stadium or anything. I don't know if you guys know my story, but I was a retired 10-year-old vet on a Disney cruise when the 49ers called me to make a Super Bowl run. And I told them I can't go this week because my wife will kill me because I can't leave the cruise. And I'm not really in shape, so I might need 2 weeks. But I ended up joining the team and being a part of that run, and starting the playoffs. And it is entirely also way too soon to talk about the Super Bowl. So you don't need to talk about that tonight. You guys can respect that. I appreciate it. But in order to make that comeback, to football this year, it took two things. It took a passion and commitment to get back in the game and to really earn the respect of the Fred Warners and the Bosa's and the Christian McCaffreys and the Kyle Shanahans on a great team that I believe in. And it took a high football knowledge. And I got that knowledge from Coach Mike. I joined his team when I was 10 years old, and like the video said, my dad had me playing every position in the book. I played tight end, I played O-line, I played running back, I played receiver, I played every position on defense. But Coach Mike saw something in me where he said, man, you need to be our quarterback. And we want you to be a leader on this team. We want to put the ball in your hands. As you see, Coach Mike literally took my plays that I was drawing in 4th grade geometry class or history class, not paying attention. And he actually ran them in the game. And, Mike, I give you so much credit because I believe that teachers and coaches, youth coaches in this country are vastly underappreciated and vastly underpaid. And you obviously, don't coach for the Jersey Pine Wildcats salary, which I think was free. But you do it because you love it. You do it because you help so many kids. And, you're on the stage tonight. I'm on the stage tonight because of, what my career has transpired. But there's so many kids where you saved their lives. There's so many kids that you gave meals to that didn't have a meal that night. There's so many kids that you picked up that were living in hotels that you drove because their father wasn't in their life or their mother wasn't in their life. There's so many kids that you talked out of really deep depressions. So I just want to honor a man that does it for the right reasons, who's dedicated his life to the youth, like many of these coaches in this room. And I firmly believe without Coach Mike, I play my best. In my career, I've had Kyle Shanahan, I think, great coach. Bill Belichick, I think, is a great coach. I played for Dick LeBeau, who's a great coach. I played for Hall of Fame coaches. I've always played my best for coaches who believed in me. And the first coach that believed in me in my life was Mike McGowan. So I appreciate it.
I'm a salesman and a coach, so I never prepare anything for public speaking, and I never get nervous. And then I sat at the table, and I never get emotional either, and then I sat at the table and I saw the video, and I said, that was all my best stuff. and then Goose got up here and said what a great guy Matt King, and that was my first thing I was going to say, so he stole that, and then he stole something else, so I got nothing left, basically. The other thing he said is that he was the same guy today that he was as a kid, and so was Logan. A couple quick stories about Logan. First of all, I want to thank the Positive Coaching Alliance. I've met so many great people in the last 2 days, unreal, nice, personable people. It's unbelievable. And the fact of the matter is, what they do is exactly what Jersey Pines, we started Jersey Pines and what we stood for, and that was coaching the last kid the way you would coach the first kid. It doesn't matter. Some kids are getting coached to an NFL career and 2 Super Bowl rings, and other kids are just trying to build their confidence and make sure that the experience is positive enough that if it's not football or it's not baseball, that they'll go out for the play, or they'll go out for basketball, or they'll sing or something, they'll do something and gain relationships, because that's every bit as important for the kids that struggle a little bit than it is for the kids that are going to turn to be pros. Two things I want to say about Logan Ryan. As a kid, we used to play a game called Shark in the Middle, and the kids would run back and forth, and all you had to do was tackle them. So you would pick a kid, you would put them in the front, and most of the good kids would go after kids that maybe weren't as good because it was easier to tackle. I always remember Logan never did that. He would go after the best kid on the team and tackle him. And then he figured, I think half of it was the challenge. The other half was, if I have another good kid, this will get done faster because I got another kid that can tackle. But the most impressive thing about him, he's been out of the area for 15 years. When you're out of an area for 15 years, you really don't, you lose contact with people. He comes back every year. He runs a free camp for everybody, the same way he connected with kids. Free camp, he gets from Rita's Water Ice, pays for Rita's Water. I'm talking 350 kids He's turning away coaches. He's turning away volunteers, and he hasn't been around. Where does he know these people from? He's got a really strong family background. He really does. The last person I want to thank is my wife. I met her when I was 20 years old. I started coaching when I was 20 years old. She's been with me. We're going to celebrate our 40th. She's been with me 44 years. She has not one time complained about me going out to coach, and it was 3-4 nights a week most of my life, and she never one time complained. Without her, I could have never done it. Thank you very much. This is unbelievable.
I got one last thank you. I want to thank all you guys for tolerating the harshest Jersey accent. So I gave you no for warning, but thank you for your
I
ears.
don't have an accent. They do.
Thank you. I don't know how hot mess tonight if I'm like crying in a second.